calculating vibes.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
Hello everybody, my name is Vibenator. Welcome back to another episode of Vibe Meter. If you weren't able to catch on to my genius ploy there with how I did my intro, since I don't use those words and that cadence, but that was a small clue as to what I'm talking about in this video. Um, it's also in the title and the thumbnail. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Iron Lung. I finally got to watch it. There was a little bit of a uncertain time whether I could watch it. Like I was refreshing the Iron Lung website like constantly. I was checking the Finkino websites if Finkino is like the main theater chain here in Finland, by the way, and I was checking those tickets to see if I could get some tickets for it. And actually, a funny story about that. The tickets went live, I believe, on a Tuesday. So like Tuesday morning, I checked it. So early in the morning, there were no tickets yet. But I went to film school. I came back at around like 4 p.m. and the theater was more than 75% sold out. Man, I lost some good seats there, but because you always want to get as in the middle of the theater as possible, so I had to sort of get to the more side. But anyway, I bought my tickets very fast after that, and the premiere of it was here in Finland last night, and I actually woke up like 20 minutes ago. I'm a little tired, so sorry about that. And also, like, just like maybe 5 minutes before I went into the theater, I checked the websites again, and I forgot to screenshot it, but there was literally like just 2 seats left. Otherwise, it was sold out. The theater was packed, and I'd bet more than like 99% of them were like die-hard fans of Markiplier, me included, obviously. And you know, it was cool to see because the audience was very energetic. Normally, Finnish theaters, at least the ones I've been to, are not like that. We are very quiet people. And and a funny story about that. As soon as the movie was like about to start, there usually comes like a like a theater worker person, sort of she starts to sort of introduce the movie, tell something about it, and she sort of runs up the stairs. She's clearly out of breath, and she says, roughly translated, "Hey, we got this movie to play in theaters," and the entire theater erupted in applause. Like, it was hype. Like, that was so cool to experience. And I'm not Markiplier, but I felt proud of that. I felt proud of that moment. It was so cool to be sort of be with my people, you know. It was very cool. But anyway, the review. Iron Lung is such a freaking thrill ride from start to finish, as I sort of said on Twitter. It's very captivating. The story is sort of every movie. Like I don't know what the hell these critics are talking about, saying there's boring parts in this movie. There were quiet moments in this movie, sort of to let the audience breathe a little bit, but there were no boring parts of this movie. But yeah, anyway, this movie was shot beautifully. There was so much attention to detail to every shot in this movie, and so much passion and love for this movie made, and that's clear as day. Also, Markiplier admitted that in his emergency meeting that he did just last night. But yeah, this movie was made with love, and that shows. The the cinematography alone is just so goddamn good. There were very beautiful shots in this movie. I now understand why Markiplier kept talking about lenses on Distractable so much. There were some beautiful shots in this movie that he got to shot, and and the sound design of this movie was very well made, and with not just the sound design but everything in it, like the entire movie is basically just stuck in this submarine, and you can feel the claustrophobia in that. I don't feel too claustrophobic too much in my life, but that was intense throughout the movie, and it was very well made, and it was just so goddamn well made. I don't know how else to say. It was very well shot and edited, and sound design, everything, and very well acted as well. I knew Mark can act, but holy shit, he really can act. Although I'm a little confused about something. Markiplier has gone on record for many times to say that he hates the ocean. And his first feature film is about going into a blood ocean. What the hell, Markiplier? But no, I get it. Markiplier, you just wanted to see if your mind can think it, and then if your body can take it. I don't have, as is pretty usual here in Vibe Meter, I don't really have anything too negative to say about anything, but this movie was very well made. It was from start to finish. There was no boring parts in this movie. That needs to be the number one thing. There's no boring parts. Like I said, there's quiet parts. There's times when the audience can sort of breathe after such intense atmosphere that we got to experience. So I don't know what those critics were talking about, but yeah, I guess that's sort of everything. I really should take more notes. I really just fly the seat of my pants in these videos, but putting this into the Vibe Meter, I'm giving Iron Lung an 87%. Now, if you're new here, these percentages are sort of my vibe, the level of vibe I feel after coming out of the theater. That's sort of how I always have judged my movies, and I was hyped. If you're satisfied with this rating, I'd say it was very thought out and very sort of me in my best critical way, and I'm objectively trying to look at it and giving my sort of unbiased opinions and all that. If you're not happy about how I rated this movie, I was just kidding. I was just a silly, it's 87. Everybody who knows Mark knows what 87 means. So it was just a joke. Chill out, guys. Oh, and also, by the way, I gave this movie 3.5 stars on Letterbox. If you want to check it out, it's linked down below my account, Letterbox account. So go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, that's sort of the main review of the movie. But now I want to kind of talk about the movie more broadly, or I guess more talk about Markiplier himself a little more. So to take you all the way back to like 2015, 2016 time, that was sort of the time that I first got introduced to Mark. I was a huge fan of Jacksepticeye at the time. I still am, and they did a lot of videos together, like Prop Hunt and a lot of other stuff. So I obviously saw Markiplier in those, and he was funny, and there was sort of I didn't get too much into Mark back then, but a few years later um, this game was coming out that I was really looking forward to, and then I saw Markiplier play it, which this game is Red Dead Redemption 2. And if you know anything about me, anything about this channel, you know that I love that game. That is like probably my favorite game of all time. You know how much I love that game. And sort of when that game came out first, I did not have a PlayStation 4, so I couldn't play it. So I had to watch some other people play it, and Markiplier was playing it, and I watched that his series on it religiously, and sort of in a funny way, just before Mark could finish it, I believe my dad bought a PS4, PlayStation 4 for me and my sisters. He got it on like a Black Friday sale or something. So immediately I got Red Dead Redemption 2 for it, and I played that game, and I caught up to Markiplier's progress in the game, and sort of as Markiplier was doing his last live stream of that game, I too was finishing up Red Dead Redemption 2 sort of with him. It was such a cool way to experience that game, and like I said, I love that game. That is like the best game I've ever experienced. Why am I getting emotional? And just Saturday, I released my first playthrough, part 1 of my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2 on my channel. I swear to God, I did not like plan this ahead of time to like have it happen at the same time as this movie, but it worked out in a way, and it felt like such a perfect full circle moment. And yeah, by the way, shameless plug here, but you should go check that out. It's 2 hours, but come on, it's a Red Dead Redemption. You can watch it. It's a very immersive game. So like, but yeah, that's where I sort of really got to know Markiplier, and I sort of fell in love with his content and all that. So, and yeah, he started doing a lot of, he's at that time he was doing a lot of like Who Killed Markiplier and On a Date with Markiplier and all that. And that was sort of cool because that was also something we and a few of my friends were doing. The comparison, like nowhere near the same level as Markiplier was doing, but like we were doing stupid shit and filming it on our phones at that time too. So it was sort of cool to see Markiplier do it, but he was doing like so professionally. It was sort of very impressive. And then in 2022, I believe, Markiplier released In Space with Markiplier, and that whole series, full show. Why am I getting emotional? That really, the way he shot it, and the way it was like actual film level, actual TV series level quality of content really impressed me, and it really inspired me sort of to go do that same thing maybe one day. That's one of the reasons why I even started my YouTube channel, was because I wanted to go that sort of same direction as Markiplier. And look around me right now, I finally moved out of my parents' basement, and I'm in film school now. And I don't think I've ever been so happy, sort of finally in a place I feel like I belong. I am here because of Markiplier, which feels so weird to say, because I've had this parasocial relationship with him for so many years, but I'm very, I'm very proud of Mark. uh, I'm proud of him like a friend, parasocial friend, and but yeah. So I owe all of this to Markiplier, I guess. Um, so if you're watching this, Mark, I just want to say thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for being a big inspiration, and I hope I get to make you proud someday. Oh, that's very corny, but whatever. Oh, but yeah, this movie is very impressive. Markiplier self-financing this film, and it's making bank. It's still number one, baby. At least the latest I checked. I hope that doesn't change before I get to upload this, but it's still number one, Mark. It's still number one. And yeah, this movie was impressive. And yeah, Hollywood be damned, this movie is making bank. So yeah, that's about it. Go check out my socials at Vibrinator on Twitter and Instagram and Letterbox. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching.